Good morning, friends, and welcome to the Biblical Perspective, a very short version for today because I'm going to tell you where to find the longer version. Yes, I'm reading to you from Luke chapter 21, where Jesus talked about what would happen in the last days, and he mentions in verse 11 that there will be violent earthquakes and famines and plagues. Plagues, really? That's a word that the King James translated as pestilences. Boy, doesn't that sound interesting? But are we to not think that these might relate to what we're seeing here in the 21st century with all the new diseases that seem to be popping up and going everywhere, especially COVID 19? Just by mentioning that, sometimes I face a threat from the algorithm on YouTube. So I'm putting together a video that you can find only on Rumble, which, yes, some of you have been asking me, what's my opinion? What do I think about certain things? Well, I'm going to tell you so that I don't threaten the Wake Up in the Word audience and getting strikes and other things on a platform that has a lot of censorship. Instead, I'm going to just put it all on Rumble where I don't have to worry about that. So you'll have to go over there to see today's complete biblical perspective. But what I'm getting at is Jesus talked about how there would be some unusual plagues, and he said they would happen in various places, indicating that might go all the way around the world. Matter of fact, when he talks about what you're supposed to be ready for on down in this chapter, he says, be on your guard in verse 34, so that your minds are not dulled from carousing, drunkenness, and the worries of life. Or that day will come on you. What day is he talking about? The day of the Lord. That day will come on you unexpectedly, like a trap. For it will come on all who live on the face of the whole earth. This is not a regional event just for the Middle East, my friends. Jesus returning is going to affect the whole planet. So he says it'll affect all of those who live on the face of the whole earth, but be alert at all times, praying that you may have strength to escape all these things that are going to take place and to stand before the Son of Man. And in the description, I'm going to show you how to find that other place in which you can watch the complete biblical perspective today. But uh, suffice it to say, we are watching something that has nothing to do with public health swirling around the world, but it has everything to do with power and control. It's the rise of a beast system, and that system will use anything and everything to its advantage. And we see that happening right now. So politicized are these efforts that in many cases it means that people's lives are being put at risk, their very livelihoods threatened, and I could go on and on. So, putting it in biblical perspective, folks, we should not be surprised that these things are taking place, that these wicked rulers in powerful places around the world, whether that be in governments or powerful corporations, are using this to their advantage and their profit. Friends, get the whole story over on rumble.com/Pastor Craig Bailey, no spaces. And when you find Pastor Craig Bailey, you can hook into my channel over there and know that you'll always get the full story, even when we may have to trim it down a little bit over here on YouTube. So you have a blessed day in the Lord. I pray you'll worship somewhere tomorrow with God's people and reach out to us each and every day as we wake up in God's Word. See you next time.